Hi everyone, so just wanted to do a little video to talk a little bit about my happy post that I'm currently sending to people struggling with mental illness. Some of you may or may not have seen it on Twitter. First of all, it's probably best to explain a little bit about me and why I'm doing it. So, I've had a very long and hard battle with mental health issues. They started when I was around 14 and I started self-harming. That's where it all began, and it was a very long and dark road from there on in up until the current day. When I hit my late teens going into my early 20s, I developed anorexia, which I struggled very badly with for a number of years. I had 3 inpatient admissions for those, and to be honest, I thought I'd never get over it. I thought that I would just be that way forever. I thought that I'd never have a normal relationship with food. It affected my friendships. It affected absolutely everything. And I thought that I was stuck in that place forever. The 3rd admission that I had was a bit of a turning point, mainly due to a very kind nurse and an absolutely fantastic consultant psychiatrist, of whom there should be more like him. They're hard to find. He was an absolute diamond, and I did start to get better, and 10 years later I am recovered from anorexia. I don't engage in any eating disorder behaviours. However, I did carry on struggling with my moods terribly, up and down like a yo-yo. The anger, the frustration, but then going into these productive times where my mind would just spin like a washing machine and I'd have to be doing, and then I would crash into an absolutely deep, dark depression that sometimes could go on for months. And it was a very, very long and hard battle to get a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, which I do still struggle with, and it has taken me a long time and a very, very hard fight to get the help that I need and the medication that I need to be able to live half a normal life, because with mental illness, do you ever get a normal life? What is normal anyway? So it's been hard and it's been long, and I've only probably over the last few years, after another inpatient admission off the back of mania with psychotic episodes and paranoid delusions, which then crashed into a huge depression, and finding this diamond consultant psychiatrist who really helped me and put me on lithium. It's only been since then that I've really been able to start to build on my life, which at 32 years old sometimes I get very angry about, and it's very hard to be able to accept that things haven't gone the way that I wanted them to go. But on the other hand, they've made me the person that I am. I think I'm very kind, I think I'm very open-minded, I think I'm very empathetic, which maybe I wouldn't have been so much so if I hadn't have had the experiences that I've had. So recently I've decided that I craft a lot. I have an Etsy shop, so I decided that I wanted to put that to good use. So I have started sending happy post to people struggling with mental illness, something like this. They're generally quote cards with various different quotes that I then put with a little note and a little card to my website and my blog, in the aim really that it just makes somebody feel less alone. I know what it's like to feel so alone with mental illness. It can be so isolating. You shut yourself off. If you've had a long, hard battle like I had, trying to find the right treatment, you don't want to speak to anybody about it anymore, and you just isolate yourself, and it can be a very lonely place. And sometimes I just think that it's just the small things, the little acts of kindness, that can make a big difference to somebody's day, even if it's only for the moment that they open these, even if it's only for that 2 minutes, and it just makes them feel a bit happier. Then I feel my job is done, and it's something that I feel very passionate about doing, and I hope to send as many as I can. My funds are limited, So I can't send as many as I'd like to, and I do get the odd person, very kind person, who will donate stamps, books of stamps to me, which is always massively appreciated because it means that I can send more. So if you know someone that's struggling, or if you're struggling yourself, it doesn't have to be a nomination for somebody else. You know, don't feel like, oh, I can't nominate for myself because, you know, I feel all funny about it. We all need help, and we don't always have people to nominate for us. So if you know someone that's struggling, or if you're currently struggling yourself, then you can head to my website, www.mentalhealthjourney.co.uk. I'll put it in the comments as well, and you can nominate somebody for some happy post, and hopefully it can just brighten up someone's day a little bit, or that's the aim anyway.